Hi class, welcome back to another lesson at Crackademy. Okay, first, my lessons were supposed to be more comedic than educational, but when I edited that last video, I took away most of the jokes cause I weren't happy with them. They were either too cringy or just not funny at all, but I'm planning to do these videos more comedic from now on. Now when that's over, let's start the lesson. I haven't planned anything really for this lesson, so I'm deciding that I should bring in a new thing called Wheel of Knowledge. So let's spin it and see what today's lesson is going to cover. Hey, Simpson, bring in the wheel! Okay, Simpson, can you please spin the wheel too? Animal genitalia? I didn't even know that was an option. Oh, but okay, the wheel has spoken. Let's talk about animal genitalia. It's pretty well known that ducks have corkscrew-shaped penises and mace-like vaginas, but why exactly is that the case? Well, imagine that you have a store, and in the back of the store, where everybody can see, you have a safe with all of the money you've earned. One day, a robber just enters your store, steals all the money without your consent. So, you have the incredible idea of, if I just make my store harder to navigate, I'll have more time to call the police. But after you renovated the store, the robber is still stealing all of your money easily. So you make harder and more complicated mazes while he just keeps taking your money. It's a never-ending battle. But what does this have to do with duck fucking? Okay, just replace the robber with a male duck and replace the store with a female duck. So it's basically just duck rape. Male ducks are very hard-working rapists, and the female ducks evolved their vaginas to a corkscrew mace-like vagina to have more control over whose sperm got to fertilize her eggs. And for those who do not want to see a duck penis, look away in 3, 2, 1. One mammal with very strange genitalia is us humans actually. The female vagina hasn't changed much since Homo sapiens sapiens arrived here on Earth in the cool spaceships, but the male penis has undergone some changes. The biggest and most recent change occurred around the 17th century. Human mating usually stayed on a stable level, but between the 17th and 18th century, human mating had reached an all-time low, and a century later, human mating reached an all-time high. But why exactly? First of all, the male penis looked a lot different then from today's counterpart. The human penis back then actually had small like spines on its back that would get stuck inside the vagina, and that would increase the chance of a successful fertilization. These penis spikes is a very common trait among other animals, like lions and dogs, etc. It's only a couple of years ago actually scientists discovered why this drastic dip and rise occurred. It all happened because of women's eating habits under that time period. The scientist at Pennsylvania Educational National Independent School's theory is that the hot dog is the missing piece in this mystery. During the 17th century, when the hot dogs were invented, human females started to favor hot dogs over men. They thought what the men could do, the hot dog could do better. Hot dogs could feed and pleasure the female, but the hot dog was also a good listener, which was a very, very rare trait among men at that time. But the most important was that the hot dog didn't have any penis spikes, and that would not get stuck in the human vagina and wouldn't be causing any pain. That explains the all-time low. But what is the reason for the all-time high then? Great question. During this time when sex was as rare for women and hot dogs, and even rarer between women and men, men's genitalia started to alter at a drastic rate. The scientists at Pennsylvania Educational National Independent School think that the human body started to get jealous that the hot dogs got all the appreciation and love and not their own penises. So, the male body started to transform their penises under generations and remove the spikes and even try to resemble the hot dog's shape, taste and smell. Already after 3 generations, the penis spikes were gone and now females started to see that men were more than men. Men were now men with permanent hot dogs that wouldn't mold. And I know this just sounds like a big joke, and it is. I'm a pants man. If I wear anything on top of my undies, then it will be pants. But there aren't any animals that want to wear pants. Except the flatworms. Flatworms are hermaphrodite, which means they both have egg-producing ovaries and sperm-producing testes. If you roam the ocean floor and find another flatworm, no matter what, you can mate and successfully pass along their genes. But producing the eggs and caring for them takes much more energy, time and resources than just nutting, so it's favorable to be the daddy in flatworms' relationships. So, when two flatworms meet, they start a battle, and the loser has to become the mother and care for the eggs. The father just nuts straight into the female's skin, who absorbs it. Then the dad leaves to roam the ocean floor until he bumps into another flatworm, and then he may lose the battle and become a mother. The only thing he can then wish for is that all of his children will become some motherfuckers. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments. See you again for the next lesson at Crackademy.